this is an important conversation.
That was a cold open.
That I'm very interested.
I got a cold.
He's got a cold. Get it, guys?
Coughing all over the microphone.
Do you get it? Which is a thing I've been thinking about kind of recently is lying and truth telling, just in the context of living a virtuous life, and in the context of some family situation we've had recently where somebody's kind of caught lying, and then they can't just be vulnerable and apologize and admit that they're lying. They have to build lies on top of lies to try to get out of the initial lie. And increasingly, as I've grown older, I've really come to see the utter importance for your own sense of self-respect, for your own sense of dignity and honor, as well as for ease of life, to just be honest and to try to strive for honesty, even in those moments where little white lies are really inconsequential and you could really get away with them and nobody's really harmed. But even in those moments, to practice honesty, and not like being a dick honest, not like saying every thought that comes across your head. Well, like, a girl says, "Do I look fat in this dress?" and you say, "Yeah, you do." Like, obviously not. I just mean like trying to live in a very honest way, such that, because this person that I'm talking about, I'm not going to identify particularly, but they live in this world of lies they've created. Yeah. They tell different stories to different people, and then eventually that house of cards almost always comes collapsing down, and then they get incredibly defensive about it. Yes. And it's like sort of exhausting to me. It's like, if you just tell the truth, if you're just honest and vulnerable with people, you can live a life where, I think it was like Mark Twain who said, if you don't lie, you don't have to remember anything.
Yeah.
Because you have to sort of balance and start, juggling these lies to different people. And you get into a really gross position, you betray trust with other people, and I do think you lose some self-respect and some dignity every time you get caught in a lie.
Yeah, and that, there's so many things you said there. There's that defensiveness, because usually there's humiliation to it. Yeah. And like the one thing I was going to say is that there's, with lying too, that like sort of like world building, if you want to call it, like the thing, I guess you could say. There's also a sunk cost fallacy where you've lied this far that you think it's in your best interest to keep it going, because it's like, maybe if I'll just get out of this, it's like this indescribable, like I can like get away with this and I'm in too deep, a lot of people
I've invested too much in this.
Yeah. Lie. And the one thing I was going to say too is that there's a really good quote about like that, just being honest, like, like, how do I look in this dress, and just being like a total dickhead. It said that honesty without tact is cruelty.
There you go.
If you just do it like, and because by the way, anybody could do that. Yeah. That doesn't require any sort of like integrity or like extra like quality about you. Like if you wanted to just do that,
any sociopath could do that. Yeah.
Exactly. And